Hey guys, and welcome to my commentary and movie review for #1 Sentai Gozyuger, Tegasword's Resurrection. And remember, if you do enjoy what you see, please remember to like and subscribe. It just means a lot on a small channel like this. I've at least got one viewer. Let's get into the film. The film opens with Tegasword being defeated in battle by a demonic blue monster that's able to get inside Tegasword and remove his core ring, absorbing the power for itself as Tegasword turns to stone. Elsewhere, Herrero is working on a shaved ice stand at the beach as he berates the customer for asking for more ice, as the other Gozyugers arrive, saying they'd heard he was working here and had come to watch, and in Kinjiro's case, throw a party. But before anyone can say anything else, there's an explosion and screams as Fire Candle and some Britons attack. As the Gozyugers engage, Goju Wolf declares them his prey, as we get the title and a recap for the show and the Gozyugers in general. Herrero, Rikuo, Ryuji, Kinjiro and Samino. As they combine their specials to finish off the Britons, Herrero faces Fire Candle, but elsewhere the blue monster snaps its fingers and the Gozyugers vanish. Reappearing in a quarry, the Gozyugers are confused until Ryuji sees what's left of Lord Tegasword, as the blue demon appears in the sky, introducing itself as Pestis, a servant of the Calamity Cladis, and his goal is to resurrect the Calamity. Challenging the Gozyugers, it says it will wait within, and as the Rangers wonder what to do, Tegasword contacts the Gozyugers with knife and cake, saying Tegasword has been stopped by a virus, before Tegasword adds they need to find and retrieve Tegasword's core ring. As Tegasword opens a path for the Rangers, they walk into the light and are transported inside Tegasword. There's a map visible, but Herrero leads the way, following his nose. They find themselves in a beach volleyball court, as their clothes are changed and Calamity grunts line up to oppose them, with a Gomin sailor getting shocked for his being more interested in a flower. Challenging the Gozyugers to overcome his trials if they want to recover the ring. The first is to win at volleyball, but they simply cannot work together until Rikuo calls a timeout and suggests they work as a team, leading to the Gozyugers suddenly being able to work together and winning the volleyball match. Hitting a gong that appears, they reappear on a rooftop as they take part in a quiz round that they win, before a skipping competition that they also win. Following that is rock climbing, and they look to be in trouble when Herrero slips and falls, but Ryuji grabs him and throws everyone to the top. Back at Teiga Village, Kamade is looking after the place, offering a 50,000 yen consultation fee, something quickly taken up by a trio of older women, as the landlady's kid just wishes the others would come back. But back inside Tegasword, the gong is rung again, and they find themselves in a theatre, with Pestis on the stage. As the grunts take fire, the Gozyugers duck for cover, before transforming and jumping into fight, as Herrero uses the power of the Go Ranger ring, as the team use the Hurricane attack, passing the ball from Ranger to Ranger, before Herrero kicks it at Pestis, who hides behind his grunts. The Rangers stop and stare, not believing Pestis has just sacrificed his grunts, as more appear, grabbing the Gozyugers, pinning them as Pestis blasts them all. The Gozyugers end up in chains on the stage, as Pestis tells them about the previous war, and how the humans' wish to survive gave birth to Tegasword, telling the Rangers that now humanity only has vulgar wishes, as he shows them images of people, including the old women at Teiga Village asking for toy boys. Meanwhile, at a film set, the Prime Minister greets some of the actors, as we see more people wishing only for themselves. As grunts appear attacking the population, and at Teiga Village, Kamade transforms, destroying the grunts in the cafe. While at the film set, Kuon and the No.1s have appeared, as Kuon transforms into Garyudo, and they start to defend the civilians. Herrero starts to question Pestis' accusations before shouting at Tegasword, who always asks for their wishes. As Pestis says his words won't reach Tegasword, Herrero continues, and they hear his voice replying, Tell me your wish. Before the Gozyugers are freed and transform. As the grunts charge, the rangers rush in, all calling out their wishes as they fight. And as Pestis starts to glow red, the Gozyugers make more and more selfish wishes. As they prepare another Gozyuger hurricane attack, they each smack a ball with their special weapons, and Pestis is hit with attack after attack, still questioning their teamwork. As we get the announcer and cheerleaders, with the rangers introducing themselves while attacking Pestis. As Herrera uses Finish Finger to retrieve Tegasword's core ring, expelling Pestis from the giant mecha as it returns to normal. Pestis fires off an attack at Tegasword, but the mech is unharmed, as he begins to turn red and assumes his Tegasword origin form. As he professes his love for humanity, red lights shoot from him in all directions, reaching the civilians and granting everyone a ring, including the No.1s. Everyone engages with red energy covering the planet, as Calamity grunts are beaten back by everyone, with many different special moves and powers being used. As Herrero declares Pestis his prey, the other Gozyugers arrive as the cockpit dissolves to a white background, and the Rangers decide to work as a team, when all the Red Rangers jump to the skies, becoming an attack of their own on Pestis, as Tegasword assumes its sword mode, striking Pestis and destroying the Calamity, and we get winner Gozyuger. Back at Tega Village, the landlady asks them to help out, as Kamade's consultations have actually proven to be a big hit, as they assume different #1 roles before Herrero says he'll be #1 at all those things, and everyone can fight him for it. But he gets shot down by everyone, as the kid just leans on the counter and says everyone just needs to get it together, as the film ends. Okay, so that was it. That was what everyone's been well, at one point in the series, everyone was going, so what have we missed? Because this film introduces the return of the Calamity. And one of the problems for everyone outside of Japan is that we couldn't see this when it came out. And that kind of led to a few issues with the show itself, because we didn't know what had gone on, and yet all of a sudden they're just continuing the story, and they're like, well, this has already happened, but no one who hasn't seen the film gets to know what's happened, and we're just going to carry on with all the rest of these. And everyone's just like, so we've missed something big. We've missed something big here. We even get like a previously on segment that shows clips from it, and you're like, that wasn't last episode. What the hell? When? Ah, bloody movie. So it's nice that, you know, we, like, those of us outside of Japan have actually got access to this now, when you sail the high seas. And yeah, it was good. It wasn't great, but it had some really good moments. One of those good things is, it's nice seeing the original Samino actress come back for this. Well, not really come back, but she was still in it at the time, and it was before all the stuff happened that led to her being fired by her agency and TOEI not being able to use any images of her. So, really glad this film still got a release without them going, oh no, we can't release it anymore because it's got her in, and you know, none of that happens. So we've actually got it, and it's nice just to get that little extra bit of the original actress. Nothing against the actress who replaced her for the last 9-10 episodes, but you know, even at the end, I still saw her more as Oni's sister than Goju Unicorn, and you know, it kind of hurt the show, really, like the original actress not being it, because they obviously had to change so much for the end. So, yeah, but we're not talking about that now. One thing that doesn't really make sense from this, and again, it affects the final couple of episodes of Gojuja. Because Pestis says he's trying to use Tegasword's power to resurrect the leader of the Calamity, Rex. Or Let's, decide, depending on which version you want to go with. I prefer Rex, because Rex is Latin for king. Like Tyrannosaurus Rex, Tyrant Lizard King. Or just like, Rex on like the British coins, because it is king or queen. But he wants Tegasword's power in order to resurrect Rex. You'd have thought that Tegasword would have had enough power that it would wake Rex. But it doesn't. It eventually happens near the end of the series, like episode 47 or 48, where, and it's literally said by Rex himself, that he woke because of Fire Candle absorbing the power of one of the defeated Calamity generals. So, Fire Candle's power plus Calamity power is enough to resurrect Rex, but Pestis Calamity power and Tegasword's power is not enough to resurrect. I don't get. You would have thought that Tegasword would have more power than Fire Candle, wouldn't you? One of the other things is the Gojugers can't work as a team unless one of them turns around and says, "Right, guys, we need to work as a team right now," and they go, "Yeah, okay, let's do that," and they work as a perfect team. It's one of those things that keeps coming up in the series as well, their teamwork. And yet, it was in one of the early episodes when we had the Universe Warrior for Zyuranger, Tyranno Reds, or Tyranno Ranger, whatever you want to call him. He taught them about teamwork, which is how they were able to make the amazing Omurice for him, because they worked together as a team. Well, except for Smino and Rikuo, who were off doing something else. But then, when those three met up with those two with Tyranno Ranger, he still got them to do the team morph, the team pose, and all the rest of it. And it's like, you can't just forget about the events of an episode and have everyone never work as a team again. Except for when someone goes, "Yeah, time out. Right, guys, let's work as a team." Yep, got it. Work as a team. Teamwork doesn't work like that. You either can do it or you can't. If I look at my notes, what else? The theatre area that doubles for Tegasword's heart. I'm 99% certain that's the same place we saw in episode 38, where they had the #1 fashion battle in the very, very, very heavily edited episode. So, reusing locations. I do like that location. I'm just wondering if that's the new outdoor amphitheatre, where they used it in Zyuranger and Ranger, and I'm pretty sure I saw it at some point this season as well. So I love the fact they keep going back to places. I think at some point I saw that curved ramp. It's like really famous in Sentai stuff. Made a big deal about it in Akiba Ranger. If you've seen it, you know it. You know what I mean. And one thing I absolutely love, and I found this out a few weeks ago when I was just randomly clicking through stuff on Ranger Wiki. And the landlady who runs Take a Village Cafe, in real life, she is actually married to the actor who portrayed Time Red in Mirai Sentai Time Ranger. And in this, she actually gets to become Time Red. When she gets the ring, she is Time Red. And I love that. I think that is absolutely brilliant. Just that little nod to the fact that, her husband's time read and just letting her be it. And speaking of that scene, the scenes where everyone is transformed and fighting with all the different red Sentais on screen at once and all the different powers being used is possibly the most anniversary like this entire show has felt like in its entire run, from like all the series and like this movie as well. It's just, this felt like an anniversary. This felt almost like a successor. Just that, not the whole thing, but just that one tiny little bit, that little scene, almost felt like a spiritual successor to the 199 Great Hero Battle or whatever it was called. And with all the different theme tunes playing as well, um, like I mean, I love Gokaija and I love that movie, but obviously technically it was the Goseija movie. So of course when that scene happens with all the Rangers charging in to fight, it plays the Goseija theme. And for me, while I don't like Goseija as much, that theme just like gives me little tingles. It's like, oh, I love that, and just makes me think of like all those couple hundred rangers charging in to fight. So just hearing that just gave me those little tingles, and it's like, oh yes. And like seeing the different moves from like the ninja series, Kaka Ranger, Ninja Shinkenja, those three going together with the old women. Um, I wonder if that was like a little nod to the 30th anniversary for Kaka Ranger, that bit. But also you had Dynaman, you had Goseija, Gokaija, and Time Ranger, and so many others, like all just having their little moments. Deca Ranger, and it just finally felt like what Gojuja should have been. And I've even put in my notes, why, oh why, oh why, couldn't the series have been more like this part of the movie? This is a damn battle royale. Having one or two, or even the team of Rangers going up against, like, the latest Universe Warrior, and most of the time, they end up working together with them against whatever No.1 Monster of the Week. You know, bring in an army of Reds and be like, right, we're all fighting. That would have been the battle royale that we were promised. And I mean, it's too late now to say what could have made Gojuja better. We've had it; it's done. Sentai's on hiatus. As I record this, I still haven't seen Project Reds. Hopefully, someone's going to be doing some fan subs for that, so I can check it out. And hey, I've still got 16 episodes of Kamen Rider Zets to catch up on. So I've got plenty of Toku to watch. I may watch Kamen Rider 01 again. I love that. Absolutely love that. Next week we'll be starting the Sentai series that I would like to carry on with. Obviously, they're all going to be going into the 50th anniversary playlist, along with whatever I did before: Gokaija, King Oja, Kaka Ranger, although that won't be one that I'll be continuing with on the Sundays, because that's going to be staying and waiting for me to do it after Die Ranger's finished. But, out of those and the 5 or 6 episodes that I've been working on, to go up, one of those will become my next ongoing series. Personally, I think I'd like to sort of just pick a point near the end and just do those latest few seasons, because let's face it, Q Major was pretty good. Dom Brothers was back poop crazy. King Oja was absolutely amazing. I loved it. And of course, their Gozyuger crossover. Oh my god, when like uh the yellow one start, I can't remember the names off the top of my head, but the yellow one starts playing the piano, doing the world melody, and everyone just starts like transforming. You got all the Gozyugers transforming, and then like the King O's transforming because Caracas or whatever it was is like finally arrived with all their shoe gods. Oh, I love that so much. Yes, I do. So yeah, and then of course Boom Boom Ja, which was still pretty fun. I may just do like the next few years may just be me doing them. I will try and like throw in some random like reviews, start getting a few extra episodes up on some older series. Maybe even do like Go Kaija in my spare time. Do the odd random episode of that. Who knows? But what I do know is next week, I can't even remember which video I'm doing next. But it'll be one of the older ones. Probably Don Brothers. I'll see you then.